What is up, bros and broettes? As we know, there was recently a massive patch that came out for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, this was update number 9 for the game, and it was a massive one. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 things that actually came in this update. One that you probably didn't hear about. Another one, we're going to be talking about what's in the title of this video, which is score streaks, because there was 2 score streaks that got a massive buff, and we're going to be talking about what is the new best score streak. If you're going to use one score streak, what is the best one to use? And finally, we're going to talk about the meta of Black Ops 3. Where is this game going? What are the best guns to use? How is this going to work? That is all we're going to be talking about today. And without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with score streaks. So there were basically only 2 patches to the score streaks, but we're going to talk about what those were and then try to decide what are the best score streaks to use in game. So the first one that got patched was the Rolling Thunder. It got increased drone count and increased entry speed. What does this mean? This means the basic Rolling Thunder will come in faster and drop more drones. Now, this was one of the least used score streaks. I rarely saw this thing in game, and now that this is there, it may actually get more kills. And I actually got a couple called in on me yesterday in the live stream, and I did notice that I got killed by both of them. I really had no warning that they were coming, so I definitely noticed them get called in faster. So it's definitely a better score streak now. However, I still don't think it's the best score streak to use. Now, the next update is the one that really shocked me. The next update was to the Rap Ship, and the Rap Ship shocked me that it got a buff, because this, in my opinion, was already one of the best score streaks in the game. It's not too hard to get, but at the same time, it packs a mean punch. So the Rap Ship, what happened to it is it increased the drone count per drop. So basically, I believe there's 2 drops that drop, these ships come in and drop in a bunch of drones, and now there is more drones per basically plane. Now, also, the Rap's drones increased movement speed, so 2 massive buffs, so more drones and faster drones is the basic thing we can take away from this. So what does this mean? Every time you call in a Raps, there's going to be more drones that are moving faster and can kill more people. Now, this is interesting to me because basically, looking at this kill streak already, this thing would kill between 4 and sometimes upwards of 10 people. If you're extremely lucky, that's an extreme case, but now I think that 10 kill Rap Ship is going to be a lot more frequent. And let me tell you, I'm surprised, because this score streak may now be better than something like the GI unit, or probably not the Mothership. The Mothership, you can probably always get over 10 kills, but this is up there, and this is way easier to get. So this may be the new best score streak. But in my opinion, what are the best score streaks? There's a few of them. First of all, the Dart drone. The Dart is amazing. It's so easy to get. You can get like 3 a game, and you can control them, and it gives you like 3 kills every time you use them, because with the Dart drone, you can actually throw it and shoot missiles at people. It's fantastic, and it's so easy to get and so easy to use. When the game originally came out, the Dart was actually really hard to control, but with patches and updates, it's now super easy to control and super easy to get kills with the thing, and super easy to get. So that's why that one's up there. I now think the Raps is probably the best score streak as far as getting a lot of kills. If you're one of those guys that likes dropping those 50 bombs in TDM or whatever, the Rap Ship is for you. And finally, the Wraith. So I think I'm going to go Dart drone, Wraith, and Rap Ship, maybe switching out the Dart with a UAV, because the Wraith is just, you can throw it up there, you don't have to control it, and it gets you kills. Any score streak that you can use where you don't have to control it is almost always going to be better, because also, while that score streak is up and moving around, you can then run around, get kills, you can do your own thing. Yeah, you may die a couple times, but you're also getting kills on top of your score streaks getting kills. Now, an honorable mention for the score streaks is one, the Hater. The Hater is very good. It tells you exactly where the enemies are and makes it very easy for you to kill people. Another good one I really like is the Wally Bot, aka the Cerberus. It's just a drone you throw down. You can either control it or it can control itself. Now, I just find it doesn't quite get enough kills if you don't control it, but it lasts a really long time. So those are my 2 honorable mentions. I like the Dart, the Wraith, and the Raps, though. Now, one other thing. Another new patch that came to the game that no one is talking about is actually to a perk. It's to anti-up, and it says it increases your starting score streak amount from 100 to 150. So every time you spawn in, you're going to start with 150 points. Now, this may be absolutely amazing for worse players, because one of the fastest ways you're going to get points is by getting UAVs. Getting XP is super easy when you get UAVs and counter UAVs, because every time you get an assist, you get additional XP for basically just calling in a UAV. And now you can start at 150 points. It makes getting that UAV that much easier. And if you're not the best player in the world, you struggle getting score streaks, this may be a very good perk for you, especially using low score streaks. Once you get up there in the high score streaks, really that 150 points isn't going to make a huge difference. But if you're not a great player and you use those low score streaks, this could be the new perk for you. And finally, the meta of the game. This is going to be the long discussion of this, even though the score streak talk was pretty long. The meta of this game has completely switched with this patch. So to understand what the direction is that Treyarch wants us to move with the weapons we're using, we have to look at exactly what they did with the weapons. So if you haven't seen the updates to all the weapons, I'll link that video I made on it down in the description. But basically, almost every weapon was patched in the game, except for sniper rifles, the KN-44, and the M8A7. And almost all of those were buffs in most cases. Sniper rifles were not touched, which means they're staying away from buffing, because almost every weapon they touched was a buff. The long-range weapons. The long-range weapons, they don't want to make any better. They think they are already good the way they are. They want to buff the shotguns, they want to buff the LMGs, and they want to buff the SMGs. Meaning they want this game to be even faster paced than it is right now. They want you to be running around with the shotguns. They want you to be running around with those SMGs. They want this game to be fast. And with this patch, this game is going to be that much faster. The Vesper is now extremely, extremely good. Not as good as it was when the game first came out and there was barely any recoil on it, but it's usable and it melts people. No matter what you say, if you can't control that recoil, the gun's not great for you. But if you can control it just a little bit, you melt people, absolutely melt people, because of that extremely fast fire rate. Looking at the other weapons that got really big buffs, the HVK got a really big buff. It took a super fast firing assault rifle with low damage, aka an SMG, and made it so it was more accurate. It also took the Dingo, the fastest firing LMG, and made it so strong. So now we've got the HVK, a fast-firing weapon, a Dingo, a fast-firing weapon, and all these SMG buffs, including the Vesper, to make this game incredibly fast. Not only that, but almost all of the shotguns got buffed. The only one that didn't was the Brecci, and let me tell you, the Brecci does not need to be buffed whatsoever. It needs to be nerfed, if I'm going to be honest with you. That Brecci is a beast and a half. So what does this mean? Where is Call of Duty going, and where is it at right now? It looks like the direction that they are pushing it with this patch is fast, fast, fast. Always moving, always shooting, always killing. That is the way Treyarch wants this game to go. And in doing so, the best weapons in the game are going to move towards those fast fire rate weapons. So you're going to want to look towards the VMP. Watching the people I was playing against yesterday in the stream, I had about a 7-hour live stream. My Twitch link is actually in the description, so if you're interested in watching me play live, Twitch down below. I interact with like everyone that comes out to the stream. It's a really good time, but that's beside the point. In that stream, I noticed a lot of people succeeding with the VMP. I think the VMP is going to give the Kuda a run for its money because of the amount of people using short-range weapons now, including the Argus, including the KRM, including the Brecci, including the Vesper, all of these weapons that kill so fast up close, which means people are going to change the way they play. They're going to take more of those flank routes. They're going to try to get as close to those people as possible and be an incredibly close quarters game. And you're just going to want to pay attention to this, because guns like the KN-44 are fantastic, but if everyone's using those close-range weapons and playing the game to get in close-range gunfights, you are going to be at a huge disadvantage using a slower-firing weapon like the Man of War, like the Shiva, like the KN-44, or any single sniper rifle. So just keep an eye out for that. The way I see things going with that patch from yesterday, that's the way I see things moving. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, video, it would be super greatly appreciated if you could leave a like rating. I really love to see those likes. It lets me know I'm doing a good job, so thank you for anyone who likes the video. Super greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, peace out.